Campbell Lovett. I'm speaking to you from the conference office where a delegation of 20 Michiganders is recently back from our United Church of Christ General Synod 29 in Long Beach, California. We had a wonderful week of activities, of business, of sharing, of marching, of meals and fellowship, and we really had a great time. And so as a part of my sharing through this weekly e-bulletin, I'm going to share with you some of the pictures I took and some of the narrative about each picture. I hope by your watching this special presentation that you get a sense of the wonderful week that we had working on your behalf for the United Church of Christ.
God's vision. That was the theme for General Synod 29 in Long Beach, California. And what a vision we received during the 5 days of meetings. During the opening plenary session, we had quite a celebration of our new church starts. 20 or 25, I even forget the number. There are so many new church starts since our last General Synod, but they had all gathered, and representatives held signs aloft as they paraded through the hall. Our own Tom Ott from Battle Creek and the Koinonia community was a part of that parade, and here is a picture of him and his excitement about that new community at First Church in Battle Creek. We also had significant speakers who were with us. This next picture is a picture of Benjamin Chavis, one of the Wilmington 10 who were imprisoned for their protesting for civil rights in Wilmington, North Carolina. This was the 40th anniversary of the action that led to their imprisonment, and it is the year that they are celebrating a full pardon from the governor of North Carolina. Ben spoke incredible words of compassion, of appreciation, of really thanks to the United Church of Christ for our standing by those civil rights workers for so many years. It was really a touching moment, and for those of us who love the history of the United Church of Christ, it was a very special moment. Not only did we look to the past, but we also looked to the present and the future. Our keynote speaker, Maria Hinojosa, spoke to us about issues of immigration and how current policies are dividing families, are militarizing our borders, and are disrupting the economy. She told poignant stories about families, about children, about deportations that really spoke to us in a very special way, since we were meeting in Southern California, and some of our delegation traveled to San Diego to see border ministries, but we really appreciated her presence and all that she has meant to those seeking justice. Part of our context also in Southern California was a large Samoan population, and they are very strong members of many United Churches of Christ in Southern California. There was a special Samoan luau on one of the evenings, and also in our worship service, you'll see in this next picture, the Samoan delegation brought incredible prayers and invocation as we began our worship. The Michigan delegation, here's a picture of them at the table. That's where we spent about 3 days together working on issues of resolutions, of business, of re-election of our national officers. Geoffrey Black, re-elected as our General Minister and President. Linda Jaramillo as our Executive for Justice and Witness Ministries. And Jay Bennett Guess as our Executive for Local Church Ministry. There was, in response to one of our resolutions on immigration, a wonderful march through the city of Long Beach to call for immigration reform. Here's a picture of Conference Minister Felix Villanueva from Southern California, Nevada Conference, and his sign. And here are two of our Michigan delegates, Bethany Joy and Jeremy, with their signs preparing for the march. This next picture is Reverend Ralph Brown of the Michigan delegation on the Jumbotron at the Convention Center. Ralph was the chair of the resolution committee dealing with the divestment from fossil fuel companies. We all thought this was going to be a very challenging and difficult resolution, but Ralph did a wonderful job guiding this resolution through the committee process to the plenary floor and to successful conclusion with the support of United Church funds and the participation of our pension boards, United Church of Christ. We allegedly are the first major denomination to call for divestment from fossil fuel companies, and this aligns us with a huge movement of young people across the country calling for colleges and universities to take a similar financial stance. Here's a picture of our group, of the delegation, after one of our caucus breakfasts. The 3-hour time change didn't seem to bother us too much. We would caucus at 6:30 in the morning, get to the convention center by 8:30 for opening plenary, and then spend most of the day dealing with synod business, and then have closing worship in the evening. It was a wonderful week, and I'll speak a little bit more about closing worship and the commissioning that we felt during our week in Long Beach.
The last picture you saw was of the closing worship at General Synod, which was a very celebratory time, recognizing all the hard work that had happened during the week from all the delegates from across the country and really around the world with our special guests. But at that service, the delegates were really commissioned to go forth to their local churches, to go back to their associations, to return to their conferences and share the good news that the United Church of Christ is engaged in many issues of social concern, of deepening people's spiritualities, and of being vital in the name of Jesus Christ at work in the world. So thank you so much for watching this presentation of what I did on my summer vacation. And I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to speaking with you and your churches and the conference about the good work of the United Church of Christ. Thank you, and God bless.